Good. Doing good. Everything's fine.
Oh, look.
Hi,
there you
welcome.
Welcome. Come welcome.
So let's talk about smile. Yeah, time for a smile, actually. And
Okay.
what took you so long? It's been almost 5 years since the last records. What happened in the last years, months?
And the pandemic happened.
Of course, yeah, we all know.
Yeah, we were ready to go in about, I'd say we were ready 3.5 years ago to go in and start working on the record. But then the pandemic happened and we all had to disband into our lives and the world of rock and roll and have the harsh reality of the pandemic. But fortunately, I think we as a band, we worked through the pandemic, as in we took time to actually write the most amazing album we could ever write, you know? So I think we used the time wisely, and here we are, giving the world a smile. You know, and like I said, I don't think it's a case of like, you know, having to rush anything. You know, when you're in a band that's been going along as Skindred, there's no rush or there's no like, when is the album coming? It was really nice to have the time to think about the album a lot more than we normally do. Normally, you know, we get 6 months to write the album. You got to get the album, you got to get the album out. But the good thing about this album, Smile, there was none of that. The pressure was totally off.
To me,
and I think we
went for our second record, Roots Rock Riot, where we had 5 years to write. So I felt like it was a similar situation.
Yeah, it was, you know,
the pandemic.
We used the time wisely. We used the time wisely, and I think productively and creatively, the pandemic helped Skindred so much.
Yeah, of course. Smile is a very honest, direct, and of course, a record with such positive vibes. Do you guys ever thought about making a record more darker or, you know, in a deeper mood or more depressive or whatever, you know? It's,
yeah. I don't think that would be like our personality.
No, just no.
No, I don't think that's what we're about. I think we're pretty upbeat people, and I think it would be.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you can only play the game with the cards you've been dealt. There's no use me pretending to be depressed. You know, there's no use me pretending to be anything more than what I am. Skindred is what we. This is what we do. We don't look at other bands and think, oh, we should be like this. You know, we don't. We tell you how to dance. You don't tell us how to dance. You know, and I think it's worked that well for the last 24 years, and it's working. You know, and I think that. We see a lot of bands out there and they're excellent in what they do, but I think you've got to play the game with the cards you've been dealt. And I think we've been dealt a beautiful card of positivity, love and happiness. And, you know, if you want darkness, go and see Danny Filth. He'll give you all that shit, you know.
Of course. And yeah, it's always like bands are still searching, like we have to change and we have to go with the trend and whatever. But yeah, this is what Skindred makes it kind of special. You know what you are and you know what you want and you know what you're going to want to bring out to the people. Exactly. And why change that vibe? Why change that vibe? And people are
my mother used to say, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
I like that.
And that's the way I see Skindred. We've been doing what we've been doing since day one. I've been doing this crazy reggae, punk rock, screaming, dancehall thing. And the guys have been doing, we haven't changed in any shape or form. We haven't gone, oh, we need to sound like this or we need to do this. We just do what we do. And then we open the gates and say, hey, we're having a party. You can come if you want to, or you haven't got to come. And what we're finding is with every record, the more we open the gates and tell people we're having a party, the more people come to the party. So we're winning. We're winning in a great way.
Yeah, I think people sort of trust us now. Like the fans trust us. We've grown up together, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. I was saying that today. Yeah, we've definitely grown up.
You know, and there are fans that are, you know, people are bringing their kids. So grandparents.
Yeah, the kids.
The kids coming to your show. Exactly. This is really cool. And it's been, as you told me, it's been 25 years. Have you ever been in that point in your band career that you're sitting down like, it's everything, we reached everything we want. It's time for the end of Skindred?
No, I'll be honest with you. I don't even think we've started. I think we've only just begun. The fun is only just, it's been great. You know, I mean, when I look back on our career, I wouldn't change anything. There's a lot of bands that happened really quickly, and now they're working in McDonald's. You know.
We say this all
That's
the
the
time
way-
to each other. I think the journey, I wouldn't have asked for it to be any different. Because
Know me now.
if you get everything all at once at the beginning, well, then you've got nothing to fight for.
And you've got nothing to look forward to either.
Exactly. And every year there's a different, for me, I don't know about the rest of the guys, but for me, I always go, well, there's something different that we haven't done in the previous years that we're getting to do every single
we get to do now, you know.
like a lot of bands can tick off everything they've ever wanted to do in the first year of being a band, and that's great. But that's not how we've ever done it. And
no, and you know, I know I can speak for Arya when I say this. What I really believe that Skindred have built a house, and we have the 4 walls and the doors and the windows, and we refuse to put a roof on the house because we do not want to limit ourselves. The sky is the limit for Skindred, and I wouldn't be sat here as an older gentleman, an older statesman, even believing that. I really think that what we do is special. And it's going to live it's going to have a long life at Jeopardy. And I'm not going to put a roof on the house of Skindred because the sky's the limit.
I was about to ask you what makes Skindred so special, but I guess this is the best answer for it.
Hunger makes Skindred special.
We're still hunger, just like this hunger for more. Like we haven't.
Listen, we know rock and roll is a beautiful, beautiful master, and if you crack it. There's a lot of milk in there, man, and we ain't had enough milk yet. We really believe that.
Cool answer, of course. Do you still feel that sparkle after 23 years when you're going on stage, like especially
every time?
If you didn't,
every time. I don't understand.
I'm asking. Maybe it's just like feeling it's kind of a routine or something like that.
No, it's not a routine. It's an honor. It's a privilege. I feel like it's always an opportunity to win new fans. It's a definitely something that you can, you know, I live for the stage. You know, if they said you only could do one thing in rock and roll, record or perform, I'd perform all day long. There's a magic looking at people when you perform. And I love it even more so when the people have never heard of you. So you have to work that hard on stage that they go, this guy's cool. I love this band. You know, and I love playing in front of people who's never heard of Skindred. I've got that fire. You know, I'm like a house fire. You can't put me out unless you call the fire brigade, baby. I'm still rolling. I got the fire, I got the passion, and I can speak for all my bandmates too.
Got it. And you agree, Arya?
Of course.
Perfect. Thumbs up for that. What was when you're looking back in your career? What was your best moment on stage?
Best moment on stage. What was your best moment, huh?
I think when we were playing somewhere in Germany and I saw a live fish hit Mikey, the guitar player, in the face. I think that's probably my favourite thing I've ever seen.
That's pretty cool. I remember that.
It as well at the time, so it was double.
The fish in the face. That's very good. I remember
that actually happened.
Someone
put a live fish to a gig, a festival, and they threw it on stage and it hit Mike in the face.
Right in the face.
It sounds like I'm making it up, but no, and it fell on his guitar pedals. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. So
yeah, so that was. I don't know what, Arya. I think that's my favorite member of performing as well.
Yeah, I mean, you'll never forget it, right?
No, fish in the face.
I mean, it's like our version of Ozzy Osbourne biting the bat, but we had nothing to do with it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. It was an offering.
So what's better, the fish in the face or the bait?
I would say the fish in the face was an offering.
I totally agree. The fish in the face is definitely better. Yeah.
You'd have to ask Mike, really, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, he had a big beard at the time.
And your best moment, Benji?
My best moment? I haven't had it yet. I've had a few good ones, but I'm still waiting to headline some major festivals around Europe. And when that happens, and we go on at 10 o'clock at night, come back and ask me that question, and I'll tell you my best moment. But I'm a-waiting, girl. I'm a-waiting.
I'm at Wacken this year, so we talk after this.
Well, we're on in the afternoon. I'm talking about at night with all the lights, the production. Okay. I hadn't done that yet in a big festival like Wacken, but I'm a believer. So it hasn't happened yet. So I'm waiting to tell you the story of that.
So you're doing a lot of festivals and you're doing a lot of touring in the next days, weeks, whatever. What are you looking forward to?
You know, I mean, meeting the fans is always a blessing. You know, these people they've got the niceness to go out and buy themselves the album, buy themselves a ticket. And I always think that meeting the fans and getting to know people is a blessing, you know, because we write these songs, just the four of us in a room. And then we get the bonus is going out and meeting people and talking to people and visiting the world, you know. It's incredible. And you couldn't ask for a better way to see the world than playing music to people.
Okay, is there a difference in the crowd when you're touring different countries? Of course there is, because the vibe is different, I guess, yeah? Because there's some are more shy or some are more energized.
No, I wouldn't say that. I think a Skindred audience know what they're coming for. You know, they know what we do. So no matter where you are, whether you're in Portugal or whether you're in London or Japan or Hamburg, the people who are coming to see Skindred, they got the same vibe. They know what they want. What I find, the only thing is different when people don't know who you are and say you're opening for somebody, that's the difference. But when it's a Skindred show, people come in love, you know. And one thing I've got to say is that Skindred come in peace, but we're going to leave you in pieces.
Perfect.
You know what?
This is all we need to know. This is actually all we need to know.
It happens, man. Have you ever seen Skindred before?
Yeah, I've saw your shows. And on a festival, yeah.
You enjoy it?
I told Arya before you join us, it was fun. It's always fun to see you guys. I'm always having, it's like a party. It's a everlasting party, and I like it. It's just switching. It's like switching head off and just join the vibe.
Of course, that's what it's about. Spreading that love and showing that energy. And it's contagious. It's contagious.
Yeah, definitely. So we talked about the best moments on stage. Of course, I have to ask you about your Spinal Tap moment on stage. What was the worst you can remember?
Well, I wouldn't know what about worst, but one time Mikey was playing. So was Mikey. I do feel sorry, Mikey, but one time Mikey was playing on stage, and it was a long time ago in America, and he used to wear this black shirt, and I'm the sort of singer who'll come up and grab your clothes, and I'm singing to you, and I grab your clothes. Well, one day I grabbed Mikey's shirt, and it just came off in my hand, and he stood there topless on stage playing his guitar. He wasn't very happy, but I was quite entertained, and so was Arya. That was very much a Spinal Tap moment.
Crazy. And for you, Arya?
Spinal Tap moment. I mean, I remember. I mean, it's not nice, but I remember being sick on stage when I was ill and we had to play the show. I mean, it's not very fun. It's not very Spinal Tap.
That's pretty Spinal Tap. I seen Gene Simmons play the other day when we played with Kiss in Scotland. Gene Simmons was sick on stage. He turned around to the drum riser and went,
oof.
And his big long tongue came out, and all this sick came with it. I was like, Gene is the rock and roll god.
That's fucking rock and roll, actually.
There you go.
I mean, I bet he wiped his face and threw the towel in the audience.
No, someone came on and wiped his face, and then he threw it in the audience. Genie.
Fuck. Okay. So, of course, we all know Skindred. We know what you are and we know what you are doing. But if someone don't know you, what would you tell a person about Skindred, what we need to know?
I would say to them, how's your life? And they'd say, I'm doing okay. I said, let me tell you something. There's somewhere you can go that's going to lift your spirit and encourage you and for you to feel wanted and to be a part of something. Would you like to go there? And if they say yes, I say, well, come with me to a Skindred show. And that's all I'd say. We love to encourage, uplift, bring people together. What more do you need? This is the beautifulest thing on the planet. Yeah. So that's what I'd say without them even knowing. And they go, what do you mean? Come with me. Because the best thing about the proofing is the pudding, is the eating. That's it. So I wouldn't explain the music. Oh, it's punk, it's reggae, da-da-da. Don't explain it. Let the people make their own mind up. They're not stupid.
It's not always about the music. It's a lot about the emotional feeling.
Oh, yeah, of course. Emotions.
I'm actually a person, I'm not a musician. I'm a totally emotional listener. I will always tell you, I feel this when I hear that, and I'm not thinking in a technical way. So, yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Let me ask you a question. Then. You've heard the Skindred album, Smile, right?
Once again?
You've heard the album, Smile, yeah?
I heard it, yeah.
What do you think of it?
It catches me from the very first sentence on. Like, I get the boom, I get everything. It was like the first vibes. Like I was sitting there and I was curious about that record.
Yeah,
to be honest, of course I was curious, and I was kind of skeptical because after 5 years, let's see what happens, and maybe they changed and whatever. And I was sitting there like this, and the very first seconds, it was like, yeah, they are back.
You got the groove. There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I like. That's what I want. Yeah.
There you go. Then that this interview is finished. Thank you very much. Good night.
I like you. Big love.
Thank you.
We've done.
No, that's great. And that's what.
That's all
you.
You wanted to hear, actually.
Yeah, of course. But I'm an egomaniac. What do you want from me?
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you dug it.
Yeah, of course. And I'm honest. I'm telling you that I like it. So it is what it is. So we don't need to discuss about it. It's the vibe, and it's good, and it's great, and it brings out a special good mood. And sometimes people just need a special good mood. So
I think so. I definitely think that people do need an alternative to the madness and the sadness in the world. You know. And if we're the clowns that can do that, then bring it on.
Of course. And talking about special moments, last concert you were on and you visited and you have been blown away privately.
The last concert. Oh my goodness gracious me! I'll be honest with you, and I know I got the T-shirt on, but the last concert I was blown away was Kiss. That was honestly, it's the final tour that they're doing, and they brought the magic. They brought the songs, the set list, the production, the fun, the laughter. You know, you got these 70-year-old guys on stage giving it all they got in 5-inch heels. That's impressive. And they blew me away. Arya, you?
I'd say a couple of weeks ago I saw Guns N' Roses at Hyde Park.
It's all the classics, huh? It's all the classics.
All about the classics.
So I had a great week.
It's all the classics, baby.
In Kiss, we did 5 shows with Kiss, and then I saw Guns N' Roses on the Friday, and then the next day I went to see Motley Crue and Def Leppard. So I had a good classic rock week.
Just a perfect weekend. Yeah.
They were the last band that blew me away. Kiss, incredible.
Yeah. We would recommend Kiss, of course.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Kiss.
The kids should listen to Kiss a little bit more.
I think they will. I don't think. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't think rock music goes away. I think it just changes and goes to different vibes. And I think at this day and age, bands like Guns N' Roses have never been as big as they ever were. I know it sounds crazy, but I think people are passing on good music to their generations after them. You know, and I don't think these bands are going to go away anytime soon.
Yeah, exactly. Totally agree. Definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I don't think I'm sorry to jump back in here, but I don't think rock music is as faddy as a lot of other music. You know,
I got it.
It doesn't become cheesy. It becomes classic.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if I played you rock from the 80s and I played you pop from the 80s, people would go, you'd laugh at the pop, but then you go about the rock, you go, this is so still cool. You know, that's my opinion, you know.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Yeah,
I agree. I never trust anyone that says they were only into rock for a minute. I think you're right.
They were never into it.
Yeah, I think it's not a passing phase. I think if you're into it,
you live with it.
Yeah, it stays with you forever. So that's the difference. Like there's transient styles of music. I think rock music and the umbrella of rock, be it metal or whatever, punk. I think it's the whole you're in for life.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I agree with you, my friend.
Yeah, it's definitely a lifestyle. It's not that I'm hearing all the day Kiss or Guns N' Roses, not all day long, but I'm always coming back to them like that. Like
you go back to it, you return to it.
It's a Guns N' Roses day, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're old friends, aren't they? That's what happens. They become old friends, and you like your familiar friends. You want to have that familiar hug of something. You know?
Yeah, definitely. So you made it almost through a little talk. So the last sentences for the Metal.de readers, listeners, viewers are belonging to you. So,
okay. What I want to say to the viewers?
Great.
I want to say, you love music just like I love music. For the price of a cup of coffee, yeah, you'll have a good time drinking that cup of coffee, and it'll cost you maybe $4. But for $2 more, you can go to Skindred, eRig Records, erigrecords.com/Skindred, and you can pre-order our new album on CD for just £6. Now, a cup of tea will last you a minute. Skindred music will last you a lifetime if you look after it. That's all I gotta say. Thank you. Get it!
Great last words. Do you want to top it, Arya?
I mean, I won't top it, but I'll add a little extra layer. That's what I mean. Like, if we're talking about the coffee, I could be like the foam on the top, you know, like the end of the latte. So Germany is somewhere where it's really important to us. It always has been.
Amen, brother.
I feel like we're making really good progress, I think, in Germany. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like Benji was talking about the festivals. Every year we come back, we're a little higher on the bill. It's been a slow process, but that's Skindred. We're never going to shoot straight to the top, but next year we'll be a bit higher, and the year after that. So come and see us on our German tour at the end of the year in December. So I think everyone will. I
can honestly top that by saying, Skindred, we love Germany. I know I say it so much, but it's so true. The love you guys give us keeps us going and has kept us going through our darkest times, and we want to thank you all for that. Rock on.
Best last sentences ever. We can make it any better, I guess. So thank you both for your time. Thank you both for joining this little talk. Thank you both for talking with me. It was fun.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been our pleasure.
Yeah, always a pleasure. And I hope to see you at Wacken or maybe in autumn around here in Hamburg on the show.
Come on over. I love Hamburg. I'll see you there, girl. Rock on. Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Bye-bye.